Taco Bell is the realest food there is. I feel like fourth meal already.
You recording?
Yeah, hey, no pauses.
Are you serious?
I am now.
Well, you know what? Kirby is the man. He's so precious. He's so cute and cuddly. And he gets me where? Dub City, baby.
Another frustrating entry. Another frustrating entry into one last take. The last podcast you ever need to hear. I'm the host with the most, Rubizmo, the Gizmo, joined once again by the luckiest man on earth,
Kung Fu Kirby / PsychoGeno. You know, if you were following us last time, he made a statement of he needed to switch controllers in order to change things. So there was a glitch or the D-pad was sticky, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The controllers were switched.
They were.
My kills went up. His stayed about the same, but you know what did not change?
Nonsense. That's what didn't change. Ghosts in the place. That's what didn't change. They hear
Aaron,
a lie about the
Aaron,
start.
what are you doing over there, Aaron?
Unbelievable.
What is going on? Stop dropping things, Aaron.
Literally dropped the phone. Text later. How about you don't text on our time?
Gosh. You take these L's too. Anyways,
Can we get a professional staff? That's all I'm asking. Is it too much to ask that we get just... I got phones ringing on one side. I got Aaron dropping it. Unbelievable.
and you're taking L's, man. You need to switch. You went. He said
was
his golden boy was
Golden Boy.
Yoshi of all people.
Yoshi.
Yeah,
Yellow
Yoshi.
Yellow Yoshi.
Wahee! Yoshi of all people.
And it
No
was
dubs.
a terrible level. That was a problem.
It
was a bad level.
3 to 4 different stages there just
Only
now.
once with Golden Boy, and it was just a bad level. Actually, twice, and I was competitive both times. Tell the people how many self-destructions I had in the last one. All of them.
Self-destruction. He had a couple. I don't know.
You know what this comes from?
He can't not save himself. You know what I'm saying? He's Jameis Winston. You know, he's out there playing. He has the potential to be good, apparently. And again, that applies to you and him. And he self-destructs.
You know what I see?
You are the Jameis Winston of Super Smash Brothers.
You know what I see? Is that I was used to playing Final Destination, no items, when I retired from the sport.
Oh,
And now that we've come back, we play multiple different levels.
You said
multiple
you
different.
choose random. You
I do choose random because I'm not used to that level of freedom. Okay, normally, previously, with the crew, it was always Final Destination,
Yeah.
no items, mano y mano. That's how they do it in the gamer leagues, I hear. I'm assuming. I haven't seen any,
if you want to take it there, if
throwing
you want to
items,
eliminate items,
throwing
Final
on
Destination every
different
time
level
with
things.
the 4 Super Smash Brothers is supposed to be about a lot of. If you're walking by, you're supposed to say, "Man, what is going on that screen?" That's what it's about. It's supposed to be chaos.
Yeah, it's and again, I like that. I like the extra characters. I like the items. It's all fun, but that's not where you really see the skill. And I want the listeners to know.
No, that is the skill. The ducking, the dodging. It's like an action film. How they're reacting to everything. You are the star, Yoshi, Kirby,
We
and
are
so
testing
and so.
skill versus skill, and I'm clearly the more skilled player, given by the number of kills I have. All these
Not
W's
this
are
time. Not this time. I caught you because I got tired of hearing you say this. This time, people, not
Right.
only was I getting the dubs, kills were there too.
We had the exact same number of kills in the last one,
Exactly. And I'm playing with Kirby.
and I had all the
Folks,
self-destruction.
I'm playing with Kirby.
Yeah,
And have
he's
just
you
as
know
many
what?
KOs as this man. He has no more excuses. He's
It's the
running out
levels.
of things.
It's the level.
It's the
I'm
levels.
getting hit by
it's
cars.
the controllers.
I'm getting hit by spaceships. half
Everyone
the time.
gets hit by spaceships and cars.
Apparently not. I'm taking all the
You
self-destructions.
need to be aware of your surroundings. Does someone need to hold your hand on these games? Do you need someone to say, hey, Rubizmo, watch out. Here comes a grenade. Hey, Rubizmo, watch out. Here comes a vehicle. Do you
Unbelievable.
need that?
You know what? I'm going to switch the topic because you mentioned does someone need to hold my hand and walk me through.
Yes, you need it.
Unbelievable. Speaking of people that needed help and need a lot of it.
I don't know where this is
Now, this is an old story, and I just saw something about it recently. Your boy, Jussie Smollett, a.k.a.
Don't call him
Juicy
my
Jussie.
boy.
Yeah, your boy, Jussie Smollett. You liked him the most on Empire.
Who didn't?
Yeah, he could sing real well.
Who didn't like? He's the best character on the show.
He could sing real well. After the greatest race crime ever hoax that he perpetrated, which, for the record, when I heard this story, I said,
You never believed it for 1 second.
I thought it was terrible until it became too perfect because everything lined up so perfect to the point that the person who is attacking him, of course, they were white because that's how it happens. Of course, they use the N-word because you got to throw that in there.
Mm-hmm.
They threw a noose around his neck because that's just an old symbol. You always got to do that.
I was a little thrown off when I first heard
And then
this.
they were wearing MAGA hats and yelled, "This is Trump country." I said, "Oh, this is just too much."
I was fine with everything
This is
until
too
the
much.
news. The news. I remember thinking, who carries a noose?
Yeah, and poured a liquid on him, bleach, right? Also,
That seemed like some Criminal Minds type
yeah,
stuff.
that was deep. I said, "There's just too much going on. There's way too much." Then they kicked my puppy just to get all the PETA mad too. Like, come on, man.
So what about the case? I saw there was an update. His appeal was denied or something.
Yeah. Apparently, the city of Chicago is suing him for $130,000 for the time they lost in man hours searching for the real killers. This is the greatest turn of events ever.
130 G's?
130 G's by the city of Chicago. I say make them pay.
And Fox, didn't they write him off the show a little bit, or is he coming back?
I haven't kept up. I stopped at season 3. Man, that show was bomb.
What was the last thing you remember happening in Empire?
I believe that there was a drug deal or something gone bad. I want to say Jada Pinkett was involved.
Jada?
Not Jada. Maybe there was a new person. No. I know who you're talking. It's the other black girl from Soul Food. Short hair. She's also in The Best Man.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Vivica?
I'm gonna
Nope,
let you
not
struggle.
Vivica.
Vivica is in the show.
Maybe I'm thinking of maybe it's
You're
Vivica
not.
who had a drug deal gone wrong.
You're not.
And I'm not thinking of the rapper.
You're not thinking of Vivica.
Okay,
I know who
it's
you're
the other
thinking
one.
of.
You know what? That's the last thing I did. Whenever that was that drug deal or something
Does
went wrong on
the
the
last name begin with an L?
I couldn't tell you the name.
Does
the
the
real
first name begin with an N?
Naomi Leon. I can't think of it.
Is it Nia?
Nia Long? Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Nia Long.
It's Nia Long.
Yes. Vivica is in it. That's her
She is
cookie
in
sister.
it,
But
yes.
yeah, threw me. Yeah, Nia Long. That was
You know,
the last one.
Taraji.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen her on movies and TV shows,
Right.
Baby Boy back in the day. I was waiting for you to say yeah.
You wanted that confirmation? I'm not
Yeah.
going to give that to you.
Wait, you never saw Baby Boy with Tyrese,
Nope.
Taraji P. Henson,
Mm-mm.
and Snoop Dogg,
Don't know anything about this.
and Omar Gooding, I believe, was in
Let
it.
me ask you this. What year do you think it came out?
Baby Boy. I want to say 98.
2001.
Oh, I was gonna say 2001 next.
That's post-millennial.
Oh, I was gonna say 2001 next.
Those aren't even close years. What are you going to say that
Because
next?
I was going to say 98, and then I was about to say 2001, and you said it. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, I never thought she was that attractive, but she looks better with age.
That's a wonderful quality. There's something about a mature, attractive woman that's irreplaceable because that's not something surgery
that happens
can do.
with men, but not with women. I wonder why that happens.
But not all men, not all women.
Taraji-
Certainly,
I was like, wow, Taraji looks, when I'm watching Empire, maybe not all Empire episodes, but some
Right.
of them, I'm thinking, oh, she looks good. Back in the day, I was like, meh.
absolutely.
Who, what is
I'll
it?
tell you who I liked that was mature. I don't know how mature they were necessarily. Bernie Mac show, the wife on the Bernie Mac show.
Mm-hmm. I don't know her name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I was always happy to see her make an appearance, and I rewatched the show actually recently. And Kalita Smith, that's her name, Kalita Smith, a lot of teeth in her mouth. I don't know. I feel like she has a lot of teeth, like too many or something.
Yeah, she had a big smile.
But I remember the first 4 or 5 seasons, she was fantastic, and then the 6th season or something, it was like she had work done or something. Because her voice went from this to suddenly like this. I was like, whoa.
Things happen, man. Things happen.
When they try to cling to the youth instead of aging gracefully.
Right.
That's what you want to see, is a graceful age.
You know what threw me off in that show whenever I watched it? The girl, the daughter.
Mm-hmm. Vanessa.
Or not the daughter, but
Nessa.
the niece. She was really dark.
She was
to the rest of
extremely
the
dark.
family. Kind of threw me off a little bit.
That was terrible casting. And I think she was a great actress in general.
Why? She was always angry and whatnot.
Yeah.
I see her
It's
right
a
now
frust-
making that face. Her
Yeah.
arms are folded.
100%. And then I suppose maybe she's dark because Bernie's family's dark.
Yeah,
He
but-
ain't the lightest guy, so I'm imagining his sister's probably dark.
But the
two
brother,
Jordan.
I forgot what he looks like, but and there was a daughter. It was 3 of them, right?
Yeah, Brianna.
She was the darkest.
No, the daughter.
She wasn't the darkest.
The youngest daughter was light skin, but she got fat as the
No.
episodes
But
went
that's what
on.
I'm saying. The oldest daughter was the darkest one.
It was an odd
It
complexion.
didn't fit the rest of the family.
It kind of jumped out at you a little bit.
It always did. It almost deterred me from watching the show at one point.
But is it that much different than Blackish? with like the son and daughter, they are different, right? Like, cause
No, because Andre he ain't even dark. Andre is pretty light skinned, and then the wife,
Rainbow,
she is like
right.
Bo. Bo is mixed. She's white and black. So it's okay if some of the kids come and get a little lighter. But if you want to say anything, if you want to talk about the twins, okay, I'll give you the twins.
I'm just saying the contrast. That's
all.
all.
Oh wait, you were talking about the twins, weren't you?
No, I'm talking about the son, Junior.
No, because he looks
light-skinned.
more light skinned like his mom. That's fine to me.
But the twins did come out dark.
Yeah,
by comparison.
the female, she's a little dark. Have you seen that they will have a spin-off from that show? Another spin-off. They already had Grownish.
So that's the inception
and it's
of shows.
Mixed-ish.
Mixed-ish, yes. About Rainbow's upbringing.
I'm not watching it, but I do watch Grownish, by the way.
I stopped. You watched Grownish? I wasn't about to be about that.
Wait, why?
Because Blackish lost me. Because when you tune into Blackish, what did you tune in to see? Can I ask you that?
I wanted to see some comedy, a little bit of like Family Matter type vibe. What's going on?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a Family Matter. It's a thank goodness it's Friday.
But also, I was okay with the show educating people on Black history or Black tendencies or Black struggles or whatever. Not to say I don't like family.
As we've mentioned before, I'm not a fan of them putting social justice issues into everything. Let it go. I don't necessarily recognize with their version of a Black upbringing, but what I didn't like,
it's Blackish.
Yeah, it's Blackish, certainly. What I loved the mother. I don't want to get distracted.
Praise Black Jesus.
I did not like that when I tuned into the show. I want to say around season 5 again, right around.
You
5-ish.
gave up on this show as well.
Yeah, no, I stopped. I didn't give up. I stopped. I was running the race. I threw my banner down. Said no. I walked off. Got in the car and walked off. When they started going through their marital troubles, and the show got real serious for like way too long. I can see doing an episode or 2 about them having their kind of strife. This went on for like 7, 8, 9 episodes.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
You want one?
Huh?
Do you want a spoiler alert?
Oh no, I'm sure they got back together.
Yeah, it ends.
I was gonna say.
Just jump back in the show.
It was too hard to get through. I was like, this is going on too long. It was uncomfortable.
It was. You were watching it, walking away, feeling sad.
Yeah, I was like, this is not what I'm tuning in. I don't need this kind of.
But and they never said it was going to be. Granted, when you look at the cast, you think funny, but it's just Blackish. It's not a guarantee that every episode will be funny.
It's not, but it had already established itself.
That's real stuff, man. They're going through some real stuff.
I want real stuff. I got my life. Okay, I don't need someone else's problems to weigh me down. I come to them for relief, for comedy, for Lawrence Fishburne to kind of be there, not be there.
Yeah, he's there like every 2 episodes.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that contract's like.
He's a writer in it, so I think he just...
Of course
he's gotten so old. Ugh, I miss Morpheus. Which is another top 5 movie of all time, by the way.
The Matrix?
Yes.
Are you counting that as a series? All 3 of them?
No, just The Matrix.
You don't like it Reloaded?
I can't say all the movies are top 5. Only The Matrix makes top 5.
The Matrix was fantastic. It was an iconic point.
I can quote
in
it.
Film.
I know the actors. It's a great movie.
I can give you this quote. Tell me who said this. Whoa.
Oh my god.
Can you unravel that
Oh my
puzzle?
god. I will even take it a step further. I know when he did it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
He did it right before, after.
What is he standing on top of?
He's standing on the rooftop. It's the jump scene.
Yep.
Morpheus turns. They say, load up the jump screen. They load it up, and Mouse is really worried. He's like, what if he's gonna make it? No one makes it the first time, says the protagonist or antagonist.
I was the antagonist.
And then Morpheus and Neo jump screens, and Morpheus looks at Neo, and Neo's like, whoa. He's like, you gotta let it all go, Neo. Mm-hmm. Fear, doubt, disbelief. Free your mind. And then leaps across, lands gracefully, turns, and that's when he said, "Whoa!"
It was it.
Insane.
What? Insane. But did he make the jump?
No, he peeked.
Spoiler alert.
Did he?
I'll leave you with that cliffhanger from what year? 1999.
Oh, that was 99. I remember seeing that movie in theaters. You know, my mother made me go see it. Me and my brother and I. She's like, so we had no idea. I saw one clip. It just said, so will you tell me I'm going to dodge bullets? I was like, I don't know anything about that. And, it's 99. How old am I? don't know.
Those are good graphics for 99.
They still hold up. I'm like, 10, 11? I don't know. Something along those lines. I don't want to say my age. I'm you know what, by the way, I'm anywhere between 22 and 77 years old. So anyways, I'm watching the movie. I'm forced to go to movie theaters with my mom. And I was like, what is this about? She's like, you just be quiet and you watch it. You're going to like it. I was like, oh my gosh, fine. So I sit there, and you've seen the opening scene with Trinity. I'm like, what in the world am I watching?
Yeah.
2 hours or so later.
Wait. And because then I'm not as I've seen The Matrix a few times, but I'm not as deep in the opening scene. In my head, the opening scene is him, typing on a computer or something. Those old type of black screen, green writing, analog type computers, and then he like gets up and gets to work and goes to like the cubicle when he starts getting the phone call. That's kind of how.
Now, Keanu Reeves is not in the opening scene. The opening scene, the biggest actors in the opening scene is my girl Trinity. I forget her name; it always escapes me.
All right.
And Agent Smith, aka Hugo.
Carry-on Moss.
Hugo Weaving. So it starts off like this. The cops are outside of a building.
Right.
The agents pull up, and they informed the cops that we already sent some men up there, and the agents was like, "No, Lieutenant, your men are already dead." And then they burst through the room, and Trinity puts her hands up and they say, "Freeze!" And then she jumps, she jumps across the wall and floats in the air and kicks them out, and you're like, "What? Did she just defy gravity?"
Wait, this was the opening scene? I don't know. I know the scene you're talking about. This was I feel like this was like midway through or something.
Opening scene.
Man.
She takes down the 3 cops. The agents come up. She runs away from them, because Morpheus tells her where to go. They're shooting at her. She leaps through the small window. She jumps back. All of it. The phone booth. She takes the phone rings. She races Agent Smith, who takes over some truck driver.
Right.
The truck driver, runs. Yeah. And you're walking away like, I was like, that was a very important phone call. Why did she just run into a phone booth, which doesn't even work in today's world?
There's no phone booths anymore?
Yeah, it doesn't even work in today's world. But you're like, what? Why did you just jump into a phone booth to die?
Right.
Wait, where does she go?
Yeah.
And that's the opening scene to the Matrix.
Oh, man, that's fantastic. I thought the scene was later in the movie. I'm completely, but now that you're saying it, there it is.
And then it jumps to Keanu.
Again, spoiler alert for that 20-year-old movie. That was a mark in
a
film.
Class. If you haven't seen The Matrix,
I do have a friend that has not seen The Matrix, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh?
I believe I have a friend who's not seen The Matrix, and it's the most shameful thing about them.
Well, what is her or his name?
He will not be named, but they know who they are. Certainly.
Do they have a reason as to why? Or is this one of those things they like going through life saying, I've never seen The Matrix?
No. You know what? Maybe they like being the contrarian amongst people potentially. Maybe they're just lazy and just can't find time to do it because they're too busy watching other things. Let me ask you this: what's the iconic movie from our current era? What is the movie? Because I feel like The Matrix is sort of a marking.
I was about to say, how long is an era?
That would be the question. Are we beyond singular movies representing an era at this point? Because my first thought is the Marvel Universe. That whole chapter of 11 or 20 movies. I don't know how many it is. I'm not that kind of. Whatever that is, from Iron Man all the way up through the Thors, the Hulks,
It's still going.
Well, I'm just saying up until the last Endgame.
Yeah.
That's like kind of a saga. You can buy that and put it on your shelf, and all those are connected.
Definitely.
I feel like that's kind of the bar that's been set for film.
But nothing else will do that well. Comics, we were waiting a long time for comic movies to be good.
That's true. We had those Batman Forever days with Chris O'Donnell, and
only the Batman Forever wasn't that good.
It wasn't. Yeah, but it was one of the Mr. Freeze.
And that's not Marvel.
The Riddler was terrible. I'm just saying it was a comic book movie. That's all I'm saying. It was a comic book movie. But I feel like that's the iconic standpoint now that our generation has. Unless you can think of something off the top of your head.
I don't know. Name another era and name that all-time movie that defines it.
I think Terminator defined the late.
That's late 80s, man.
When did that come out?
It's like 80, and that's a classic right there.
Yeah, there you go. I'd say Terminator is one. But that's huge.
Do you think that defines an era? No. Because what about
Star Wars for late 70s? That defined an era.
Thank you, guys. And we're sticking with sci-fi. There's a lot of things like Fast Times at Richmond High.
That's true. You know, you make a good point. I just went to sci-fi.
Yeah, there
I
are
just
a
went
lot of
straight
iconic
sci-fi.
movies, the iconic scenes, man.
Jurassic Park. Have you seen Jurassic Park?
Which, by the way, I think is overrated.
Fair enough. As a total cinematic story, it's not fantastic.
No,
but
it's not.
based on the graphics they had back then and whenever that came out, 92, 97, I don't. No one knows when it came out. Man, that movie holds up, which is stunning, absolutely stunning. Because you would think that those animatronic figures, I mean, comparing it to your raggedy Fifth Element, which came out.
Whoa.
When did Fifth Element come out? 97?
97.
Trash
It's easier to
graphics.
have some dinosaurs versus flying vehicles, ladies speaking a different language. You have to come up with a style that's going to happen in the future, man. Come on.
Jurassic Park came out in 93.
All you have to do is make some robotic animals,
you have
and
to
people
do-
do stupid stuff to die to some dinosaurs. They didn't even show my boy Sam L dying. We just have to assume he's gone. We never even see him die.
That's true. That cigarette bud was low.
Oh my gosh! I'm so
Cigarette butt is
I
real
am
low.
so glad cigarettes are no longer popular in public. I'm sorry if you smoke cigarettes. Kudos to you, but
No kudos. You're killing yourself. Those cancer sticks are not good for you. You know it. You're just addicted.
they can kill themselves.
They're
That's
welcome to do what they
fine.
want. But I'm just saying, they know it's bad. They're welcome to eat a
Just-
cheeseburger at midnight. It's not
Just
good for you.
glad I don't have to walk into a place, a bar. I'm sorry. I'm glad I
How
walked
about-
into a bar and I can breathe.
How about flying on a plane? Remember when that was allowed? You could,
Yeah. I couldn't stand that either.
well, getting back to my main point. Getting back to my main point, which is where I was going with this whole thing about finding iconic movies of this era. Disney owns everything.
Yeah. So does Amazon.
No, screw all that. No. Entertainment-wise, TV-wise, they own everything. Like they own
They
Disney
don't
films,
own-
they own Pixar, they own Marvel, they own Star Wars, they own National Geographic, they own ESPN, ABC. Like if you're on television, you probably are cashing those Mickey Mouse checks.
And what does that tell you?
That I should have had stock in Bob Iger's vision long ago.
I see a world where Disney loses this grip because without TV, everything is going to streaming, and people have the options to stream other things.
Perfect segue. No, they don't, because Disney now is launching their Disney Plus platform.
Yeah, Disney Plus platform, but
Yeah.
you still have your option to choose other.
You've always had a chance to watch something else. You're not. You're not watching anything else. They own the best things. Your child's growing up wanting to see these iconic films that have shaped
What
you.
iconic film shaped
Lion
me?
King.
Lion King did not shape me.
Aladdin,
I did like
A
Aladdin.
Bug's Life, whatever else they have. Toy Story.
You decided to drop A Bug's Life just now?
So I wanted to go Pixar, and A Bug's Life is always the first Pixar film I think
Bug's
of.
Life is the first Pixar, not Incredibles,
I don't think of that first. It's chronologically. Incredibles is well after the Bug's
and
Life.
way better than A Bug's Life. But
Oh, of course.
I do like A Bug's Life.
Oh, absolutely. Incredibles is fantastic.
Do you remember Bug's Life? How well do you remember it?
I remember Flick. I remember it pretty well.
Okay.
I remember him trying to scare away the what was it, cockroaches?
I thought they're grasshoppers.
The grasshoppers.
Grasshoppers.
I remember the scene when it rains, and I was like, oh, that's what happens to ants when it really rains in real life. That's-
You know what? Ants are always. They know when it's about to rain, and they get
move.
back. They get out of
There's a
dodge.
scene where they're following each other in line, and a leaf falls in between them. And my man stops, and looks around, and yells, "I'm lost!" That was the funniest thing.
That is a classic scene.
Yeah.
So you see like A Bug's Life. What do you think of Ants?
I saw Ants before A Bug's Life, and I was like,
Yeah.
"There's no way anything's better than this." And I saw
thought-
Bug's Life, and I was like, "Oh no, it gets better." Ants was not as good.
Well,
I
A
just saw
Bug's
it.
Life, the whole circus theme, right? That was
Yeah.
his whole thing. Versus Ants, it was more about he was switching with the Stallone character, and yeah.
but not nearly as memorable. Not nearly as memorable. It wasn't as good.
And it looked weird.
Again, I'm glad I went the order that I did because I don't think I would have gone Bug's Life to Ants. Like it is not good.
Oh,
enough.
you wouldn't have watched it?
I don't know if I'd have watched it. I'm like, those don't look like real ants anymore.
But they did. They do look.
Because of the right color. Yeah, I know it's not
I still
purple
don't
and
like
blue.
it. Yeah,
but
it's weird. They look more realistic, but you don't like
but
it.
you don't like it.
You know, B movie never got any love.
Oh, and with Seinfeld backing it, wasn't
Yeah.
he the voice of the bee?
He was the voice of the Bee.
Didn't get any love at all.
Didn't get any love.
You would think there would be a Cheerios sponsors or a Honeycomb sponsor. Probably was. It fell flat.
Honeycombs. I don't even eat cereal anymore. Or do I? I don't know.
I don't eat cereal at all anymore, and it's not because I don't want to. Make no mistake about it. I love cereal.
Me too.
Ease of access.
Yeah.
It's filling.
Yeah.
How many bowls you eat at one time?
When I used to eat it,
When you used to eat it?
2.
I'm eating by the box. I'm pulling up Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That box will be gone before.
No, you gotta save it. You gotta save it. And it's a lot of dairy in my stomach. You know.
All of it gone. I'm not the bowl. You fill up with milk. You fill up with cereal. The cereal's gone. There's still
Favorite
milk.
cereal.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is probably a simple, safe one.
Bam.
Everyone loves that.
There we go.
It's a must-have. It's a staple.
It's classic.
I'll tell you what I got a problem with. I'm glad you brought this up.
What?
Speaking of your superheroes and Disney owning everything, they own General Mills. No, just kidding. No. I'm tired of the cereal game spoiling children. I'm going to tell you right now.
What are you talking about?
If I knew a quick
You talking about how tricks are for kids?
Oh, no. Tricks were for kids. I wish that's all it was. When we were growing up, you had staple cereal and cereal brands, and they knew where they were. They stayed in their place. And then you'd have a movie come out, Lion King, and you'd have, we've got, the Lion King Fruit Loops, Zazu's Loops or something. They'd be like, let me get the Aladdin Crunch Berries or something, whatever it is. It would be like a character based on this cereal.
Yeah, you have athletes too.
Athletes as well, certainly. I don't like that now every movie gets its own brand new cereal.
Why?
I shouldn't walk in and be able to buy Frozen Bites.
You should be able to.
You should not. It should be
Why
Cheerios Frozen Edition.
Nah.
Keep it same.
Nah.
Everything can't get its own cereal anymore.
What is with
This
you,
is the
with
dumbest thing. You're
everything not
spoiling
getting
kids
its
now.
own recognition?
You're darn right. Everything does not deserve its own cereal. I shouldn't see a Cars cereal. That first of all, that movie wasn't good enough to demand a cereal cover
What do
at
you
the beginning.
mean? Ka-chow, ka-chow.
Never saw it. Ka-chow, ka-chow. That's how
Then
fast I walked past the theater.
Then you
not
don't know
watching
what
this.
you're talking about if you never saw Lightning
wasn't
McQueen. Ain't Mater Gator. You didn't like Mater?
No, and I love Larry the Cable Guy. I love the entire blue collar comedy tour.
You can't talk about. You got to go back and watch McQueen.
I'm just saying. I bet there's some McQueen Cheerios or something would have been better than McQueenos or whatever. Everything doesn't get its own cereal, and I hate going in there seeing Ninja Turtle bites. I hate going in there seeing Star Wars bites.
TMNT is amazing.
It's a great show. Put it on some Fruit Loops and call it a day.
Why'd you stop eating cereal?
It just didn't fit with the diet. There's a lot of sugar in cereals, and so it's.
You know why I stopped?
Why?
Rat poison.
How you figure? You mixed up milk with rat poison?
There's a hint, a percentage of the ingredients to go in the rat poison are in cereal.
All right. There's ingredients that go into Clorox, I'm sure, in the meat we eat. It's about the combination of things.
Yeah.
Not
But
just the
it's in the
ingredients.
if you hold up a box of cereal and you hold up a box of rat poison, the ingredients, there's some rat poison ingredients in the cereal. I don't like that.
That's what happens. You start having, Terminator cereal.
Terminator cereal.
Whatever they're
You're
doing.
blaming the shapes on this.
Transformer
No.
cereals. That's what happens. Cheerios, wheat. That's it. Raisin. First of all,
Don't act like you like plain
hold on.
old Cheerios.
Let me back you up for 2 seconds. I'm a huge Raisin Bran fan.
I love Raisin Bran.
Huge-
Crunch. Raisin Bran.
I will do Crunch, but I'm good with either.
Oh, no.
Crunch costs about 20 cents more down at the
Because
local
it's
Foods for Less.
worth it.
Sometimes I just take the Raisin Bran. I'm fine with that. Let me back it up. Let me take the
You
store-bought
old
version of
curmudgeony
Raisin Bran.
man. This is why you don't like everything having
like
its
Wheaties.
old...
Yeah.
This is why.
Fantastic. But again, I still like the other cereals. You just can't have them so willy-nilly like that.
But you can. I'm glad you're outnumbered. And this is why you do not speak for the people.
According to recent surveys,
Only movies. Only within movies. Other areas, you do not speak for the people.
Entertainment and life that's the area. Speaking of entertainment and life, Pizza Hut. You like
What
Pizza
the
Hut?
hell?
Yeah.
Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
No, the pizza's greasy.
What?
I said the pizza's greasy.
Oh, dang, there had to stop the Aaron.
Pizza is greasy.
Are we able to read? You know what?
You know
One
what?
take.
I'm going to be honest.
You are out of your mind.
I'm about to look you dead in the eyes.
Go ahead.
I cannot tell you the last time I had Pizza Hut pizza in my life. I cannot tell you the last time. I don't recall because I only go Papa John's, Domino's, or some other kind of place. I'll take a frozen pizza before I take that greasy pizza from Pizza Hut.
So you make a couple compelling statements, and I want to make sure I
Only
clarify.
a couple?
Only a couple. And I say this: you prefer Papa John's. I like Papa John's flavor. It tastes fresher. It tastes better ingredients, better pizza.
Oh,
Papa John's.
my
Not a
Lanta.
sponsor, but they could be. Just want that's
You
how
can
it's
become a
smoothly
Stone
saying.
owner if you want.
I could be, but if Peyton's selling, I'm selling. I'm just following Peyton anywhere. Oh, Captain,
Don't
my
forget
captain.
Shaq. Don't forget Shaq.
I would never follow Shaq anywhere. If he's a part of it, I'll never eat again. Unless he comes on the podcast. Shaq, you are still welcome. Diesel, let's make it happen. Super. Pizza Hut pizza is an iconic childhood pizza.
What?
It is the greasiest of the pizzas,
Oh
for
my
sure.
Gosh, it ain't iconic to my
It's
childhood.
absolutely iconic. Well, then you grew up bougie, eating the finest Tony's frozen pizza. When we had a pizza, we would go to Pizza Hut, order a pizza. It was always meat lovers.
It's always Domino's for
It
me.
made sense. We did Domino's for a while. When it got closer to our house, they had the 5-5-5 deal. You remember that?
Yeah.
Give me that medium.
Do I remember it?
I'm just making
one topping 5-5. Yes, I remember that
right.
pizza.
What was your topping?
One topping back then?
Right.
Sausage.
Sausage. Way to go.
What about you?
Sausage.
For real?
Yeah, you gotta go with
Oh,
the sausage.
I didn't know.
occasionally I would go with the pepperoni to switch it up.
Pepperoni, right,
But
right.
give me the sausage for
Give
sure.
me sausage, yeah.
I'm glad that we both are appreciating the meats. And again, so I don't have anything against Papa John's. I like their pizza
And Domino's.
quality-wise more. Domino's new crust is fantastic.
I don't know. I like thin crust.
No, the new crust. They came with that new, it's a garlic crust or
I don't
something.
know. Oh, I hate it.
I don't know what it is.
Too strong.
It's a new type of flavor on the crust. I don't know if you've had it recently. They had a whole commercial campaign a year or two ago.
No.
It's a much better crust than it used to be.
It don't matter. I like thin crust.
Oh, you like thin crust.
I prefer.
So you're not even really eating pizza. You're eating pizza Pringles.
Yeah, cardboard, sure, whatever.
Unbelievable. You don't even get an opinion on this then.
Next time, I'll order my... wait, will you eat... How often do you eat pizza in a year?
About once, maybe twice a year.
Okay,
Super Bowl
I
Sunday?
don't want to ruin it for you then. No, you didn't have it this past Super Bowl
I know, because
Sunday.
I went to your place to watch your
spread,
St. Louis Rams fail
Was
me.
the spread not nice?
It was wonderful. It was a lot of great food.
Didn't have to have pizza.
You know what? If you can only have lobster once a year, and you go to Red Lobster or whatever seafood place you got in your
Red
local
Lobster.
area,
Let's go Red Lobster.
and they
their
come out
biscuits.
and they bring you the finest steak you've ever had, you're gonna love that steak. You're gonna be like, this is amazing.
No,
I'm so happy to have that.
not if I didn't order it.
But the problem was, I was expecting lobster.
But I told you, lobster.
I know.
I told you pizza would not be there.
I know, but you didn't tell my stomach or my brain. My circadian rhythm was prepared.
But if I'm
for
telling
pizza this time
you,
of
but
year.
if I am telling you, you have to do some internal things on your own.
Mm-hmm. You know what? If you went to if you were at the Victoria's Secret fashion show, like you got there ahead of me to save seats, and you text me like, "Yo, nothing good here." I got your text, but there's an expectation built up when I sit down that nothing good here.
I don't know where
I'm gonna
you're
get a
going
few
with this.
Adriana
What
Limas
do
or
you-
something.
Ooh.
But if you get there and there really is nothing here. You know what? I know you told me, but internally I didn't really absorb it.
So you didn't believe me.
So you said no pizza,
Yeah,
but my
no
stomach
pizza.
and my brain didn't absorb. I was like, there's no pizza. It's not the main course, is what he really means. There's something like that.
I mean,
He's
no
like,
pizza
no
will
pizza.
be because ordering pizza on Super Bowl Sunday, you're gonna have to wait forever or place the order. What time did the game start? Probably what?
4:30, something like that.
Really, 5?
I know what time it ended. The moment Brandon Cooks dropped that touchdown in the end zone. Hit him in two hands. You got to hold that ball, Brandon. Unbelievable.
It ended when Jared Goffrey forced that pass.
It was on the money. Two hands in the end zone. Julio called it.
No. It was on the money to Stephon Gilmore.
No. Forget all that. I'm talking about
How
this,
can I forget all that?
because it wouldn't have mattered. If he was thrown to Jerry Rice like Steve Young had in the end zone, Jerry would have held the ball. They would have been up 3 to start the game. Entirely different games going. Brady's
Rams
forcing more
need
passes.
A real number one receiver. Let's not talk.
Yeah,
about
we'll get to that
sports.
another day.
Let's not do that.
I only brought up Pizza Hut because I saw, bringing it full circle, that they're bringing out something new. They're bringing out something new.
What's that?
It's called Incognito.
I mean, I know what the word means, but how does this apply to pizza?
It's called Incognito.
Oh, incognito.
Incognito.
Is this fake meat?
This is fake meat.
Oh, okay. I nailed it. All
Meatless
right.
sausage.
I like it.
That
I'll
they
try
have
it
coming
out.
out.
I'll try it out.
It's coming in like a small paper box or a paper pan, sort of a carrier, like a green on the cover, and it's fake meat. Let me back it up. It's not fake meat. It's meatless sausage is what I saw from it. And I said, this is interesting because if Pizza Hut's typical greasy, cheesy deliciousness is masked, and I'm able to have something semi-healthy,
It's not. It's still unhealthy.
how is it still unhealthy? If
It's still a lot of sodium, still a lot of carbs, still a lot of cheese.
Listen to this guy working for Papa John's.
I am
forcing
just
his
letting
way
you
for
know,
Pizza Hut.
don't be fooled. It ain't healthy because they changed the real meat to the lab meat. And don't get me wrong, folks. I went quite a while without eating meat, so I ate Beyond Meat. I ate all of that stuff.
Beyond Meat.
Yeah, Beyond Meat burgers. Yeah, it's just
That's recent. Hold on.
It's
What
made
is-
from like beets.
Where is that? Is that McDonald's
you
or
can
something?
buy it. You know what? Restaurants are doing it. Burger King
Burger
is
King
doing
has
it
the
right now.
Impossible Whopper.
Impossible Burger. Yeah. Like
I went in there to go get that. I ended up with a double Whopper. It's a true story. I went in for the.
You went for the fake burger and got a double meat?
I got confused, and then I got bewildered by that tantalizing aroma of fresh cooked meat. And I said, you know what? Next time, give me a double Whopper.
I don't know what fresh cooked meat means.
Well, it means that they're back there grilling. There's flame lines on the meat, so I assume it's fresh.
What does fresh mean to you?
It's recently had heat applied to it.
Oh, so that's pretty loose.
Well, in a restaurant.
It's pretty loose. It could be sitting there and just throw it back on some heat. Throw it on the grill, flip it around a few times, and then it's fresh meat.
They're not back there killing cows. No, the meat's been here for a while, thankfully.
Yeah, I just didn't know. When people say, it's fresh meat, I'm like, what does it mean?
Fresh cooked meat.
It doesn't mean fresh cooked. It could have been pre-cooked, and it just frozen on a brick, and you just throw it on the grill, flip it around a couple times, and now it's fresh.
Fresh cooked meat. That's fresh to me. There's a question. Now, there's two ways we can go with this. Again, the effort is always to keep the shows a little shorter. We want to keep. You want to stick and move. You want to stick and move a little bit,
like a boxer. Yeah.
Speaking of boxers, I was gonna go somewhere else. You went right there.
Well, you said it. What's up?
That was a good turn of phrase, I guess. You know what? That is professional hosting.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah.
Have you heard about this?
Mm-mm.
Sexual assault case.
Carry on.
Your boy, obviously, Oscar has denied it. But a woman has come out claiming sexual assault at the hands of Oscar De La Hoya.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, I don't know how graphic can we get into the story. People can Google it themselves, potentially.
How bad is it?
I don't know. I will start, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
So the woman is in a consensual sexual relationship with Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh,
they had been for time.
This
is nothing new. I don't know if she was his particular choice, always like one at a time, or if there's a full-on relationship. They're going to the mall and watching movies that are owned by Disney. But either way, in November of 2017, she's invited over to his place. She says, yes, I'll go. So she shows up to his place, and when she gets there, she's like, there's a lot of alcohol, there's a lot of something else. I forget if she says drugs or just whatever. But she said it was obvious at that point that he wanted to get smashed. He was just trying to just completely just get drunk and wasted.
Yeah, she knows him
I'm
very
like,
well.
whatever. This isn't your first time. This ain't your first rodeo. And so he completely gets hammered or whatever, goes upstairs, says, come on, let's go upstairs. Let's have some fun. She's like, let's do it, because that's what they do. So they go upstairs, and they begin having some fun.
Yeah.
They begin taking care of adult things.
Right.
And apparently, this is where the assault occurs, because partway through the adult thing, he wanted to try, she said, some weird things, I guess is the way she termed it. I forget the exact phrase. Again, you'll Google it online, I'm sure. But he wanted to try some weird things.
Okay.
And in particular, as a boxer, he wanted to try some things using his fists, shall we say. Again, I'm not certain how graphic it needs to be.
What the hell?
But he wanted to place his punching apparatus where his junior would normally go. Is that safe enough? Or are we gonna get kicked off? Aaron, what are the guidelines on YouTube? Do you have any idea what?
I'm confused.
If I said that he wanted to fist this particular lady, that's as graphic as I can get. All right. And so, as I said, a boxer sticking and moving. So she was like, nah, I ain't about that life.
Okay. And
he was like, but I'm a grown man, so I'm just going to hold you down. So he just holds her down and proceeds to allegedly, this is not confirmed, it was denied by him, allegedly begins to attack her area like it was Floyd Mayweather's face and just give it the old 1-2-1-2.
Why did you bring this up?
You brought it up. You said boxing. It just crossed my head.
You said,
here's my question.
Stick and move, and that made me say like boxing.
There it is. You sent it. Here's the question. Because they were already consensual partners.
Nope. The answer is no. Once she says no, you stop.
I would concur. I was just double checking with you. No, it's a story that's come across. It's a story that's come up. He's denied it all. Oscar's had a lot of stuff in his life that's come out beyond boxing. In general. There's a lot of like drunken videos. There's a lot of cross-dressing pictures. There's just a lot of stuff about Oscar De La Hoya.
Well, when you have a professional job of being punched in the face, these things kind of happen. The brain gets a little loose and,
Well, the job is to duck. The object of it is...
Yeah, but you get hit. You still get hit. It's still practice. You still get hit. Your head gets popped, the brain slides around in the skull, and, gets bruised.
That is true. Speaking of getting punched in the face, I did see one of the questions that came in today. It was a pretty easy... It was a very simple... I know last time Aaron gave us that doctorate dissertation about the young kid who was just so regretful.
About the 19-year-old guy?
Yeah, 19-year-old. That took forever, and with all the extra updates weeks later of how remorseful he was and the video diaries he was maintaining.
Talk about all these cheaters, by the way. You had this guy, and you had the other guy who cheated down at the work office.
Oh, that's right.
Aaron,
what are you trying to suggest?
What's going on here?
You know what? Because people who are living an honest life don't come to us for questions. They don't have those problems.
I guess this is true.
When you find yourself in a situation, you know you've done something wrong. That's what we're really learning.
Also from the male perspective. We need to get a female perspective question.
We might have to bring in a female soon, just so we can get a full 360 on this.
Yes.
But it's time to get resplendent. Once again, this is the sophisticated hour of the podcast. And we're going to go ahead and help America because they have questions that they want answered, and that's what we're here for. So, you mentioned punching. I'm going to present the first question to you. All right? It's titled, Did My Friend Deserve to Get Punched? Simple enough. This is a yes or no. He was drunk and groping. Only on the bottom, though, in parentheses, a couple girls at a club. He received an uppercut from a thin 5'4" to 5'6" girl. He literally got floored to the point that he was probably seeing stars, and his mouth was bloody. Did he deserve that? I understand a slap, but this girl was apparently a skilled fighter. Was it overdone?
This is a rhetorical question.
They came to us. It seemed self-evident till I looked at the details, but I'll go ahead and let you go.
What do you mean? You just gave me the details.
Groping, and they put only the bottom, though. Makes me think he's walking through pinching people on the backside. That's what it makes me think. He's grabbing a little here, grabbing a little there.
And
so I'm thinking this is not a consistent thing, right? I can see somebody like you just hold and grab like an old, like a Joe Biden, just won't let him go almost.
No.
If he's just walking through trying to just get quick pinches, I see this. And he absolutely deserves to get... Oh, it wasn't finished. He absolutely deserves it. What is I going to say?
You said...
You deserve to get a little
said
frisky.
the details, so, I mean, yes, the answer is
The real question is, what was she wearing?
You deserve to be hit.
That's the question. When I said it was open and shut, and then they see the guy said, or the girl, whoever it was, I understand a slap, but this woman was a trained fighter. Should she have thrown the punch?
Yes.
Is a punch deserved from that?
Yes.
Over
Teach
a slap?
him a lesson.
As
hopefully.
a trained fighter?
I don't care.
You assault. You're straight up. You're doing one. If you're knocking him out, that's cognitive damage. CTE is now at risk from a bottom.
If
from
you've
a bottom
been
pinch.
drinking, you ain't thinking about that. All you know is either you got groped or your friend got groped, and you handle business.
I don't know. I feel like a slap would have sufficed. Maybe a couple slaps.
No, because a slap, the guy's like, oh,
Professional
man,
fighter. She can hit open hand.
What?
Right
Why
to the
does
cheek.
it matter?
I don't know. I kind of feel with the guy who got punched.
I do not. See them stars and see your mistakes.
See them stars. You should, first of all, One Last Take does not support groping in any way, shape,
I don't
fashion, or
know.
form.
You're kind of giving a hint that you do if you
No.
feel for the guy.
No, I feel for the retribution. Just because you do something bad, the retribution can't be extreme. I took a piece of bread. You can't cut my arm off. We got rid of that law. Right? That's gone. This isn't agrabah.
That was not aggressive or over the top.
I'm saying the punishment
soothing.
has to fit the crime.
What is the punishment?
I think that if this was, again, a multi-time thing, if she had done it once, she said stop, and he continues to, maybe that's one thing.
Nope.
Also, how do you know it was intentional?
What do you mean?
She could have thought he groped her or
Read
something.
one more time.
He was drunk and groping, only the bottom, though.
Bam.
A couple
done.
girls.
Groping and a couple.
That's
so
a good
it
point.
wasn't one person. He was groping multiple people. Means he knew what he was doing.
That's a good point.
Nope.
It was
he
multiple
deserved to be
girls.
knocked out.
I just saw the fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Bro, you had it coming.
The fighter is
coming.
doing what they should do. Knocking your butt down.
If she was with her man, should he have done the fighting instead? If the fighter was with her boyfriend or something.
The female was with
female was with her boyfriend. Should he have been the one to punch the man?
The dude?
Yeah, the
Doesn't
groper.
matter. Doesn't matter.
So it doesn't emasculate him at all.
No, because what if they're both engaged in a conversation or listening to tunes, and this guy gropes her, and she just takes matters into her own hand and socks him. Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on until after the fact. So it's fine.
Why did you do that?
It's fine. Yeah, it's completely fine.
All right, I would concur. I feel like if he knew the situation, I think it's his responsibility to step up.
Yeah, it is.
But maybe that's toxic masculinity. Maybe I think I got to protect my woman. Maybe that makes me a bad guy.
No, if someone gropes your girl,
I feel like
you know what I don't like? I don't like when people, in any kind of situations, but in this particular situation, let's say some dude, you're with your girl, she's wearing a skirt too.
Mm-hmm.
Some dude comes up and gets a nice, full, firm grip of her left cheek.
Shit.
And your response is, what the hell, bro? Why do people question people? You saw it. You know what the hell. Why not just act
Maybe
like this girl did? Why not just act?
Because we're not animals. That's why. Maybe there's something happened. What the hell, bro? Dog, he was about to shoot my woman if I didn't grab her.
See, that actually
Like,
doesn't.
let me
Actually, so we are animals for one, and for two, maybe animals have it the right way, because when an animal sees something they don't like, they don't wait to react. They just do it.
Male lions kill the cubs to force the female lions into heat when they take over a pride. It's not how we roll. We're better than animals.
And that's heat, man. That's sex.
heat, man.
Sex does some things to people. You heard what happened to 19-year-old not too long ago. You heard
That's a
what
good
happened
point.
to
That's a
the
good point. The employee.
the employee was.
That's a good point.
That kind of stuff happens, man.
Maybe the groper was in heat.
Obviously he was in heat. He was
clearly
checking out. It was a heat check, and he found out. He was found out real quick. He was like, "Oh, with you? No, with you, you." And then someone socked him, and hopefully he learned his lesson.
Speaking of relationship, her possibly having a man. Next question for you.
Okay.
It's simple. Please help me with what you think. Doesn't mean anything if your ex-boyfriend texts you birthday wishes. That was the title. All right. It says, after we broke up about 2 months ago, he was so upset that he would never refer to me by name or nickname. A few days ago, it was my birthday, and he sent me a text referring to me by my nickname and wishing me a happy birthday in all capital letters. I wonder if he wants us back together and if this means anything.
It means he still cares for you and wants you to have a happy birthday. It could be a sign that he misses you and wants you to respond, but it could be a simple gesture as well. So I wouldn't look too far into it. You can respond with simple thank you, and then if he responds with how are you doing, what are you doing, then there's your answer. But if there's no response, thank you, then no, it was just him being nice.
I concur. The fact that he wouldn't even refer to her by name means that it hurt him. He's way too emotional about this.
Yeah.
All right, so he was hurt by it, which means he cared for her, because things that you don't care for
don't hurt you.
Which means
he got dumped, probably.
Oh,
or
sure
she
he
cheated.
did.
Who knows?
Maybe this is a 19-year-old. Hold on. The fact that he was that hurt that he wouldn't even refer to my name means it hurt. He sent a happy birthday, like you said, because he still cares, and he's not trying to be a complete dick, but he's hurting. I agree 100% with you. You send a thank you text.
And leave it at that.
And leave it there. Now, you think she's longing? Because the fact that she's asking the question makes me think that she kind of wants to be back together with him. She says,
Slightly.
after we broke up. It's interesting that people, the breakee, I think, always thinks it's mutual. But the person who's broke in is like, she broke up with me.
I don't know
we broke up.
I don't know about always, but you're right. It is like that. I guess she's a little curious. Like, oh, man, what does that mean? Maybe she's reaching out to other men to see. Because, men sometimes don't express themselves very well.
Man, that's a good point. I don't know. You know what? I'm with you. Don't send a thank you. Walk away. Let me ask you this: how do you feel about the HBD? Like happy birthday. That's it. HBD.
What do you mean? What do I think about it?
Do you want them to spell out happy birthday? Happy B-Day?
I don't care. Do what you want to do.
So you don't care how it comes?
No.
Give me the whole happy birthday.
Why?
You couldn't if you're putting the effort not to call, which is fine. That calling's a pain in the side. I'm not going person to person all the time. Give me the full happy birthday.
Do you also want people
to
put laugh out loud instead of LOL?
No, because LOL has become an expression unto itself, like ESPN. It is the acronym now. But HBD isn't real. Happy B-Day. Throw some emojis.
It's real.
I'm just saying, I think it would be better if it was other.
I'm fine with it. You asked, I'm fine.
Fair enough. One last one? Do we have time for one? Aaron, what time is it? Okay, we have time for one last one.
All right.
This is awesome. Good job. You found some simple ones this time instead of those deep ones.
Long-winded questions.
Exactly. This one says, oh, this is nice. I had a crush on this girl, and she liked me. But all of a sudden, she has a boyfriend. Now he doesn't want her talking to me. What should she do? I'm sorry, what should I do?
So he had a crush on this girl.
Mm-hmm.
This girl that he had a crush on now has a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
The boyfriend has instructed the girl not to speak to him.
Yes.
So what do you do?
Yeah, what does he do?
I mean, does he know this boyfriend?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say some new hotshot, Johnny McFlame, just came in.
You talked to her. Forget him.
So no cares at all about his edicts whatsoever. Now, whose responsibility is that?
What do you mean, who's responsible? It's hers.
Okay. So you're about to test her relationship right off the bat.
It's you just be friendly.
So you just send an HBD.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy birthday. I think there's a line. I'm gonna paraphrase my boy, The Weeknd.
Okay.
He says something along the lines of, all girls are single. Like even if they have a boyfriend, unless they one of my homeboys, unless I know him, they're single.
Huh.
So if you don't know him, you're single to me.
That's interesting.
I don't know him. I got a boyfriend. I don't know him.
I don't know.
I ain't never met him. You single to me.
I always feel like there's no commitment to this ring. That's always what I feel like. If he really wanted a commitment, he'd have married you. Well, why are you not married? You Spencer?
Well, there's a process before marriage.
You could put a ring on, an engagement, and then you just milk it for 4 years.
What do you think? Should he change the way he interacts with this girl?
I think he already blew the shot, right? In the sense, like, this girl I had a crush on, and she liked me. So what was the problem? You liked her, she liked you.
The shot isn't over.
I'm just saying, he had an opportunity. He did nothing with it. He cold-footed himself.
Sometimes women like to be stolen a little bit. You know?
I have no problem with that. I'm just saying, right off the bat, he blew it. He should have. He likes her, and he knows she likes him. So there was no reason for this not to go somewhere.
Should he stop speaking to her or not?
Somebody else said, "Hey, man, I don't want you talking to this new guy anymore." That's on her. I'm still gonna talk to her.
Okay, then,
I'm gonna test the relationship. I'm putting it to nails. How much do you like him?
Here I am saying just be friendly. You are actually saying no, test it.
I'm like right now. Hey, you know what? Dump him. Drop the zero. Get with the hero. Let's do it. I'm not
really.
If the fact that he's coming to us for questions, what should it do? What do you mean? Obviously, you still want to shoot your shot. You missed it the first time.
This is true.
You know what? I got the rebound.
Or you never took it.
I'm kicking it back out to you. You're
Shoot
open.
Your shot. You're right.
It's another chance, bro. You got to do it. Shoot the shot. So, call it a win. That was a good episode.
You know what else? Talking about wins.
Oh, good Lord.
Well, let's end it where we started. In Dub City, baby.
We're going to find a better exit for these soon.